In this video, I will explain you the processes of Agile. First, product owner will collect all the requirements in form of user story and put into the product backlog. After that, he go back to the stakeholder and prioritize these user story using different techniques. First one is Moscow, 100 points, dot voting, monopoly money, and actually they are prioritizing high value and high risk. After that, development team will come in sprint planning, sprint 0. They will give a story point to user story. What is story point? Story point is effort required to complete the user story, and they will use a different technique. Development team give the story point to user story. They will use a different technique to give the story points. First one is first one they will use ideal days, ideal hours, affinity estimation, Fibonacci series, and then there is conflict in the team. They will use different techniques to solve that conflict in order to achieve the consensus of that conflict. Planning poker, wideband Delphi to achieve the consensus of the conflict, and then they complete the sprint backlog, and development team will finalize how much story point they will do in one sprint. This is the responsibility of development team. Development team will tell us how much story point they will do in product sprint planning or sprint backlog, and then development team will start the work on that. Keep on working. They will share the sprint goal with the product owner and stakeholders, and then they start work. Keep on working, and then they will do daily stand up. There is a different name of daily stand up. It is depend on the terminology, which terminology you are using. Daily stand up, daily scrum, daily sprint, daily iteration, and there is three question. Scrum master will facilitate the daily stand up. Scrum master and team should be there. If product owner wants to come, he can come, and scrum master will ask three questions: what we have did yesterday, what we are going to do today, is there any impediment, roadblock, risk, then need to resolve that impediment or roadblock. The time for daily stand up is 15 minutes. It is arranged in a co-location area. In Agile works in co-location environment, and development team consists of 7 team members plus minus 2 team members. Osmotic communication, natural communication. For example, you and I are sitting at one place and I am talking on the phone with someone else and you overheard. This is the natural flow of communication. This is the osmotic communication. And then cave and common. Cave, if you want to do some work where you will not be disturbed, you will go to cave and do your work. Common is normal area where everybody can perform their work. And the user story is acronym of invest. It should be independent. One user story does not depend on other user story. The user story should be small, then we can complete in a sprint, and user story should be testable. The user story works on 3C. User story works on 3C: confirmation criteria, conversation on the user story, and user story should be small, then we can complete in a sprint. Then when complete the work, then the development team will do sprint review. Sprint review is a more of product demo. Here, sponsor will come and a product owner will come, but before that, sprint sprint before the sprint review, development team have their own checklist. They will check according to that checklist they have completed that work so far, and then development and then product owner and stakeholder will come and they have their own acceptance criteria. They will check according to that. If they will accept the product, then it will go to the release planning, product increment, and if they rejected the user story, then it go back to the product backlog, or some user story was not completed, that will go back to the product backlog, and develop, product owner will reprioritize the product backlog. And grooming of what is grooming of product backlog? After the first sprint review, some story are rejected or some story are not completed. You know, in Agile is always 100% work. There is 98% or 96% work is nothing. If some user story are rejected or not completed, then go back to the product backlog and product owner will reprioritize the user story. This reprioritization is called grooming of product or refinement of the product. And after that, development to do the sprint retrospective. There is 5 stages of the sprint retrospective. They gather data during the entire sprint and generate insight. They will do a root cause analysis. If they face a problem in last sprint, then they will do root cause analysis, so they will don't want to get that same problem in the next sprint. And then they will they will decide what to do. They decide one or two improvement. There is a format we should do less of, or we should do more of, what we should do stop during, we should do start during. And then they thanks everyone and everyone go back to their work. And you know, this is the complete journey of Agile. And in there is Agile daily stand up is inspection, adoption, and transparency. This is the flow of Agile. If you have not subscribed my channel, do subscribe my channel, then you will get the notification of new videos and learn more about PMP. If you want to do a PMP within 1 month after the training, for that I have two programs. First one is 101 and second is batch program. You can join any one program as suit you. So see you there. Thanks for watching this video and live with passion.